YouTube, man. It's your boy, back in the lab, back in my element, back in the game, back with another banger. But anyway, as you'll see from the title and the thumbnail, this is about understanding the purpose of God testing your faith, right? We go through so many trials and tribulations. We're tested on the daily. We're tested by people. We're tested by our circumstances. We're tested by in our family matters. We're tested in relationships, but we're tested in life, period. But a lot of people don't realize why we're being tested. That's why I have this video for y'all. Before we get into it though, like, subscribe if you're new, comment down below what y'all want to see next. We're on a road to 2,000 subscribers, man. I appreciate the love and support recently on the videos, but I ain't gonna waste no more time, so let's get into it. So, understanding the purpose of God testing your faith, right? Ask yourself, why do you think God tests your faith? Because he's doing it in this season for a reason. He's doing it right now for a reason. You're in a certain situation right now for a reason. Your circumstances weren't just created by nature, right? You were put into this for a reason, right? So, for example, somebody that was tested was somebody like Abraham. So in the Bible, Abraham was tested because God, right? God wanted him to sacrifice his son as a burnt offering. God was testing Abraham. God was giving him all these instructions and directions on where to go to do the sacrifice, what to do, who to bring with him. He did all these different things because God told him to. Now ask yourself, would you be able to sacrifice your only son, bro? I know me personally, I wouldn't be able to. My only son who I love dearly and who I created. Like, bro, I wouldn't be able to do that. I know you wouldn't either. So that's why I'm bringing this to y'all. See, in Genesis 22, he said, take your son, your only son, whom you love, Isaac, and go to the region of Moriah. See, he gave him specific instructions. Sacrifice him there as a burnt offering on a mountain I will show you. So then, I bet Abraham was thinking to himself like, man, I'm a servant of God, I love God, but giving up my only son, that's ridiculous. But guess what? He made the decision the next morning to get up, bring his servants, get on his donkey, bring his son, right? And go and do what God told him to do. But guess what? He didn't end up having to sacrifice him. Ultimately, he went to see how Abraham would respond. Let's see how you're going to respond in your situation. Are you going to have your faith? Are you going to be strong? You see it. You can see it, bro. People fold. Are you going to fold? Don't fold, bro. Don't. Keep your faith. I'll give you another example. James, right? James was a servant of God, right? So he had that relationship with God already. And of the Lord Jesus Christ. So he served Jesus Christ as well. And he was one of the 12 tribes, which are scattered. He was one of the 12 tribes, right? So the crazy thing is, in James chapter 1, verse 2 through 4, my brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations. Verse 3, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience, but patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. So the main point in all those verses, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. Your patience is being tested, bro. Your faith is being tested. How are you going to respond? Are you going to fall into temptation? Are you going to stand strong? Are you just going to fold? Are you going to let the world dictate your emotions? I know sometimes that's happened to me because I ain't perfect. Nobody's perfect. It's happened to me. So that's why I'm bringing it to y'all. See, the thing is, when our faith's strong and we have that wisdom in that relationship, regardless of what we go through, we're learning to be patient with God because he's telling us something and he wants us to move on something. So are you going to move on what God says, or are you going to stay in your own way? Because if you move on what God says, there's blessings. Doesn't mean he'll take you entirely out of the situation, because he's still trying to test our faith. Look, he'll test your faith through people. Even the devil will try to test you. The devil will test you too. Especially the devil. The devil is the worst. He will test you through people, your relationships, things you love to do, people you love, like the things you do on a regular basis. But there's so much stuff that you can be tested over. But the goal is, how are you going to respond? That's the main question. Is your faith strong enough to where you won't give in to temptation? Until you won't lose this. Like I said, Abraham was thinking to himself, like, bro, why would I give my son? Why would I sacrifice my son? Who in their right mind would want to burn their son and kill their son? But because he had trust in God, because he had that strength in God's relationship, because he knows who God is, he didn't fall into that. Right? So the main question is, how are you going to respond? And are you going to stand on your faith? But if y'all enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're new. New videos dropping soon. And yeah, man, it's been real. Peace.